Stand up straight now. You want to see my radio, Mr. Ames? Don't be like that. He like to give you a quilt, a new calico. And you've been talking about getting a new calico. So get on in. Oh, it's all right, John. It's all right.
Good son.
Never had bacon.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Kakadash, Barakatah. Double honors to the elders of GMS who rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect Akim on the four corners, pushing the truth and sincerity. Peace be unto you. Now, that was a scene from Roots. And what was being shown was how the black woman, basically, the slave master went to the black woman and said, I want your daughter. And so she knew in advance. So by the time where this scene is playing, what you're seeing is that the black mom is bringing her black daughter to the slave master so she can be raped. And as you can see, the daughter, she didn't want to go in, and the mom's pushing her in. And so afterwards, you know, the white dude rips her shirt and he takes her. And Kunta Kinte is seen being, you know, shocked the fact that, you know, her mom is actually pushing her onto this white man. And one of the things that she's saying to her daughter is that, hey, don't you want this stuff? And she's mentioned all these material things. I forgot what she mentioned, or don't even understand what she was saying, what she was mentioning. But she was saying something like, you wanted a new blanket or something like that, don't you? Well, go in there. So she was basically prostituting her own daughter out to the white man. 2019, fast forward, this still happens. Now, you got women who sell their daughters. Matter of fact, R. Kelly made the claim that his daughter, the fathers and the parents were selling their daughter to him. That they said that they brought the daughter, the mom, you know, said, oh, get with R. Kelly, he'll make you a famous singer and stuff like that. And the daughter, I think Azriel, said that their parents was encouraging them to lie about their age and to have sex acts with them and recording and stuff like that. And that's not too far-fetched because they did that back in slavery. Instead of this time doing it towards a white man, they doing it towards a famous singer. Now, this is Exodus chapter 21 and verse 7. If a man sell his daughter to be a maid servant, she shall not go out as the men servants do. If she pleases not her master who hath betrothed her to himself, then shall he let her be redeemed. To sell her unto a strange nation, he shall have no power, seeing he have dealt deceitfully with her. And if he have betrothed her unto his son, he shall deal with her after the manners of daughters. Okay. Now this is basically the law of Slacky, of Exodus, in terms of selling your daughter. So you selling your daughter to be betrothed, a maidservant. You're not just selling your daughter, with intentions of getting some money, because if the wife, if they're both happy, then it's good. Everything should be okay. You're not trying to sell your daughter just so she can get a career and then leave, and then all of a sudden the family then inherit all this wealth and stuff like that. Those are deceitful intentions. I'll read it again. It says, if a man sell his daughter to be a maidservant. Now allegedly, that's what R. Kelly is saying, that the daughter, basically, the father basically sold him or brought him to him. If a man sell his daughter to be a maidservant, now you're being a maidservant, now not being sold, to basically have sex yet. A maidservant is a person that's working. Now it also says the next verse, betrothed, because they're betrothed because you're trying to see how it's working out first. If a man sell his daughter to be a maidservant, she shall not go out as the men servants do. If she please not her master, who have betrothed her to himself, then shall he let her be redeemed to sell her unto a strange nation. He shall have no power, seeing he have dealt deceitfully with her. And if he have betrothed her unto his son, he shall deal with her after the manner of daughters. So now, again, she's being sold as a maidservant. Now, if you decide you want to betroth her, that means take her as a wife. You still have to go through the proper protocols of marrying, giving the tokens of virginity back to the father and everything. Now, you can't just, buy a dude's daughter as a maidservant, fuck her, say I don't want her, give it back. That's not what you do. Maidservant is just to see how basically how she is, how she was raised. Basically, you get a chance to live with her at the time. Verse 8, if she please not her master, who have betrothed her to himself, then shall he let her be redeemed. To sell her unto a strange nation, he shall have no power, seeing he dealt deceitfully with her. And if he have betrothed her unto his son, he shall deal with her after the manner of daughters. If he take unto him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. So basically, you got to be able to support both of them. And that's basically the law concerning that. Now, the thing here is, I was showing at the beginning of Roots, that movie, is that this was a custom that was common, but also we see verse 8, it says, to sell her unto a strange nation, he shall have no power. Now, in this video, the mom is selling, or basically, the only thing she's getting money. I think she was trying to encourage her daughter to get some type of material possessions out of it. So that's kind of somewhat, she's getting some type of monetary gain from it. But she's selling her to a strange nation. That's a white man. And that she doesn't have power to do that. So that's one of the things that I wanted to point out, is that, the willingness for, even during slavery, for black women, black fathers. And there's another clip. If it's not a clip, it's maybe, I think, Farrakhan talking about how in slavery, during those Klans people wearing those hoods and horses with those fucking torches at night, would go towards a black dude's house and basically say, we want your daughter. And then he basically have to push her out, basically, to get raped. And let me see if I can find some Judges, because again, this is nothing new under the sun. It was the angels, not angels, Slakia. That's Satan. That was the sodomites that went around the house of Lot when the angels went into their house, and they basically demanded that they wanted to fucking rape the angels that were in there. You know, of course they didn't know they were angels. They thought they were just men. You know, they demanded them. You know, so there's nothing new under the sun that we got here. If I can find this on Judges. This is Judges chapter 19, verse 23. And the man, the master of the house, went unto them and said unto them, nay. Matter of fact, I'll start a few verses up so you get the idea. Judges 19 and verse 20. And the old man said, peace be with thee, howsoever, let all thy wants lie upon me, only lodge not in the street. So this was basically homeless Jake went to a guy, they got a house, and he was saying, you know, bring them in, you know, saying, hey, I don't need you lying on the street, you know, come live in my house, you know, and that's according to the law of Moses. Only lodge not in the street. So he brought him into his house and gave him provender unto the asses, and they washed their feet and did eat and drink. Now, as they were making their hearts merry, behold, the men of the city, certain sons of Belial, beset the house round about, and beat at the door, and spake to the master of the house, the old man, saying, bring forth the man that came into thine house, that we may know him. Now, know him means to have sex. They basically wanted to rape him. And the man, the master of the house, went out unto them and said unto them, nay, my brethren, nay, I pray you, do not so wickedly, seeing that this man is come into mine house, do not this folly. Behold, here is my daughter, a maiden, and his concubine. Them I will bring out now, and humble ye them, and do with them what seemeth good unto you. But unto this man do not so a vile thing. But the men would not hearken to him. So the man took his concubine and brought her forth unto them. And they knew her and abused her all the night until the morning. And when the day began to spring, they let her go. So this is another example of, he's not actually giving his daughter. He's actually giving a concubine. A concubine is a strange woman. So he's giving a strange woman unto, you know, his own people, you know, and he was basically he was put in straits. But this was just another example of, you know, this not being new under the sun, you know, us giving away our daughters under, you know, circumstances. And on that note, I'll give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kadash, Bragatha, Shalom.